were trying to like kind of play around with mechanics, and we had like characters done, and I was a sentient Roomba. And but like somebody had put Hello Kitty stickers all over me. So
Yes.
they called me Kitty. Not because that was my name, it was just it said it all over me.
That's amazing. All right.
Sorry, I'm a really lonely cat who really wants to be with me constantly.
They're so cute.
I mean, nobody here likes animals, obviously. So we are back to play some more Ink. And this time we have all of our players, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Aaron, since you weren't here last time and didn't get the opportunity to introduce yourself, not that you're, new to this show or anything. You were only on for, again, like a year and a half. No big deal.
Whatever.
But yeah, if you want to introduce yourself and just like briefly tell us who you're playing.
Okay. Well, I don't know that much about who I'm playing, so that's easy. Hi, I'm Erin. You could find me at Even Footing Games because that's where I am most of the time.
Or
Otherwise,
hiding behind her name and or picture on
all
any
the
recording.
time. And I'm in a completely new office, so we'll see if I'm still going to hide from the camera. However, yeah, so I'm playing Kess, who is like a little bird spirit. Just really, really tiny, no big deal.
Yeah.
Little bitty guy. Or girl.
Yeah, I was saying.
I don't know.
Aaron, true. Little bitty something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying before the recording that it reminds me of Over the Garden Wall, which Aaron has not seen. So, yeah. Won't be able to make any
Mock
references.
me relentlessly. I'm okay
always. Fantastic. Elliot or Mika, do you want to give us a recap of last time and all of the shenanigans that went down?
I can try to give a recap, and Mika can jump in with things that I'll inevitably forget.
Okay.
We spawned in. I'm going to call it spawning in because that's just what I can think of. At the sort of like in the underworld, but the entrance, like the doorway, as it were, of the underworld, as two spirits, mildly confused, and quickly ascertained that we were dead, unfortunately. And we went ahead and we were judged in front of the tribunal, and my spirit, Red, was sentenced to eternal boredom in Asphodelos, while Mika's character, Lemon, was unfortunately consigned to Tartarus. And seemed fairly concerned about that aspect, and together the two of us sort of incredibly inconvenienced Charon, in that we threw him overboard his own craft.
By convincing the other spirits that there was a whale.
There's a whale. And now we find ourselves definitely somewhere confronting one of the Furies because we're trying to get out of the underworlds.
Yeah, because the reason you're confronting it is you're trying to figure out how the Erinyes get back and forth, like between the different areas. Because as far as you can see, when you've been like out on the water, everything is just black. And then when you're on land, it's a little bit more lit. You can actually see stuff, but it's really hard to know what the geography is like where you need to go in order to get out. So you're hoping to basically follow them very not suspiciously.
Not suspicious at all.
Yeah.
Nope. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
And with that, instead of resolving our Erinyes battle, we're going to introduce Kess. So Kess, you are a very small bird. And so you find yourself in a very strange predicament for a small bird. You are underwater.
Ugh, I do not like that at all. Tried to avoid it. I'm not a duck. Not a waterfowl of any kind.
Similar though. So close.
So,
But you realize you are surrounded by other creatures of some sort. It's a little hard to tell just through the dark, inky water, but the crowd sort of carries you with them. Maybe you're even on someone's shoulders. When you all emerge on these large stone steps before two very tall, weathered, and broken columns. You are very crusty at this point because you've just been in seawater. So you're just covered in like the brine. And you see a very impatient looking man in a blue chiton with winged sandals looking over a list. And you also see a very gaunt, skeletal looking individual who seems to be similarly soaking wet and looking a little bit incensed is probably the right word for it.
I go up to the guy in charge and ask him if he has a towel because I'm never going to get this out of my feathers. It's going to be such a pain to try and fly.
To Cass, which guy is in charge?
Didn't you say that there was a guy with sandals and like a list?
Mhm.
Did he have a list? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the guy. The guy with the paperwork is in charge, obviously.
Perfect. Yes, I will get to you in a minute. I'm a little bit busy at the moment.
Cass is just going like this. With her wings, like trying to. I have a cat who is really on me.
And he just like puts out a hand, like pushes against your face while you're flapping at him.
I make a squawk of some variety of a that is rude.
Fantastic. Yes.
Whatever fuck you in bird is.
Flipping him the bird.
Exactly. I'm so glad somebody else is smarter than me tonight.
I mean, somebody's got to have the brain cell sometimes. It's not me usually.
It's true.
I'm just good at puns. That's all my brain cell does.
I mean, that's all you need to do, right? That's how you make a living in life.
Yep.
Yeah, so very impatiently, he just sighs and says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
I have no idea where I am, but I'm obviously in the wrong place.
No,
I don't know what's going
You're
on.
dead. You're dead.
No, I'm sorry. I have important places to be, things to do. I'm very sure of it. I don't actually remember what any of those things are right now, but I'm very sure that I, in fact, have those things to do.
Well, again, you are quite dead. So any of the things you had to do before no longer apply. Please continue along to be judged.
Judged? Okay, buddy. I'm judging you right now.
Just arguing with a god casually.
I don't know that he's a god. He's not my god. I don't know. He doesn't at all look like the god of birds, and I appear to be a bird right now. So, sorry about my dryer.
Solid logic. Absolutely flawless. Yeah, so the crowd kind of continues on. A lot of spirits are just seemingly very confused, still sort of muttering about like what they were doing right before they died, if they remember, or just like asking where they're going. Definitely a couple of little kids like asking, are they there yet? Over and over.
Yeah, Cass is tapping her little birdie toe and like trying to get the salt out of her wings and stuff, and like while she's waiting in line because she has places to be. She's sure of it. She does not remember what they are.
And it seems like they're in a bit of a hurry. They very much rush this whole crowd through the process of judging and say, okay, now onto the ship. Let's go.
I didn't get judged. I heard I was here to get judged.
Oh, no. You've been judged. Don't worry.
Well, you didn't tell
You-
me my results. If this is a test, I need to know what my results are.
Oh, no. You'll get them in the mail.
Buddy, I don't think I want to go on a boat with you. Thanks, but no thanks.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna
I don't go in the boat. I just do this.
Yeah, it seems like this is not my speed. Honestly, I'm just not here for it. So,
Well, unfortunately, it's that or that.
yeah, I picked the oar.
No, you can't pick the oar.
I do.
And a very moist Karen just like grabs you out of the air and carries you onto the...
Could I, when he tries to touch me, can I go into my shadow form and like be like, don't touch me, like
Sure.
hands to yourself, and like try to burn him?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay. So
Karen's having a terrible day right now.
Yeah.
So Cass changes into a much, much bigger bird. Like a really big bird with fiery wings, and is like hawk screaming, and does their combust
Thrilling,
power.
even.
Trilling even, yeah, and they're no longer Cass, they go by Trill now. And they want to do their combust damage.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. So 2d6. So that's a 4 total. Plus burn. I don't know how to get burn.
I believe it just gives a burn. I think it's a
Oh.
token. Or
Gotcha.
I
Status.
forget the phrasing. Well, because you can accumulate like multiple. I am suddenly blanking on what the word is.
Stacks, I think, is how they do it.
Maybe. Oh, tag. That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So accumulates a burn tag.
4
Yeah.
and burnt.
Yeah. So
Don't touch me, guy. And
so you do
and do
this.
a shrieky hawk shrill. Like the one that everybody thinks is the American eagle, but is really not because they put in the hawk noise. Because actually, bald eagles sound like wimps and hawks sound really cool.
Yeah, makes sense. Immediately, it seems to do a little bit of damage, but immediately you see that he just takes the long pole that he uses to like gondola along the boat and smacks you with it. And everything goes black. And you
But
find
as I
yourself
fall, I also give
in the
him
water.
bird.
You find yourself in the water with another batch of spirits.
Fuck me.
I dropped all my dice because I was laughing.
So I have to stand here and get judged again?
It's a little bit expedited at this point because you've already been
Okay.
judged.
But can I ask them for my results again?
They don't even let you go before the judges. Hermes is just like, okay, well, hopefully you learned your lesson, right?
No. Do you want me to do it again? Because I will. Just give me my results. I don't like surprises. And I'm surprised by being dead already. So, like, this is not a great day. Do you want me to combust again? Because I will. Like, I can. I can combust all day. As far as I know.
It was so impressive.
I'm feeling mocked.
Good, good. That was my intent.
You're an asshole. Tell me where I'm going.
On the boat.
No, after that. Where does the boat go?
It goes everywhere in the underworld.
Yeah, but where's my stop here, buddy?
You'll know.
I combust again on Hermes. I hope there's not a limit to this. I hope I can do it all day. Ooh, that time I got a 6 plus a 6. So that's 12 damage plus burn.
Okay. Yeah, so you do this, and you don't even see anything. You just find yourself in the water again.
Fuckers! Flipping the bird.
And with that,
Yeah.
we're going to cut
Eventually I
back
go in the boat, but I did
yeah.
it a few times.
like 12 times later.
I just want everyone to understand that this is not, she doesn't give up that easy. No, or they, or whatever they are.
Yeah, so last we saw our other spectral friends. You were about to fight one of the Erinyes. What
Yes.
I think the last that we had discussed was you were waiting for her to dive bomb, and then you were going to attack.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because neither of us can reach up there. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Yes.
It's not like we haven't been snuggling all day or anything.
Yeah, but you weren't doing it now.
Yeah. Got some anxiety because my sister's out of town.
That's how it goes.
Anyway. Don't mind him. So yes, we're waiting for the dive bomb.
Yeah, so she has already started this dive bomb, and since the two of you were prepared, before she can do anything, I will let you both do your abilities or attacks or whatever it is that you plan to do here.
Cool. Let me go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Because the green-eyed monster, Baxter, the green-eyed monster pops up. You know, he's in full. This shadow is like a centaur, except the horse half is like really stocky, like elephant mastodon half. Like it thick, like, 3 trunk legs, and then like
Amazing.
the top half just spindly shadow with the horns, like the pom hands, the claws, like T-Rex.
I love it.
Like the eyes open up, like it's xenomorph, like mouth opens up, mouth. And I am going to use my power hypnotize, range long, reduce target's defense by 2 until next round.
And I can't remember, do you have to roll for that?
That is a great question. Let me.
I was just looking at it and I don't remember. Okay, so you would still attack.
Okay, still an attack.
I believe.
So.
Or actually, nope, just kidding. I was looking at the wrong thing. No, you just do it.
Excellent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then yeah, just this wicked screech comes out of all of these mouths.
Amazing.
Red kind of grimaces, you know, even not being the target, that's still an awful sound to hear.
Sorry, Red.
Oh, good. Thumbs up.
And what is Red doing?
I have to get in close. So as I recall, I'm trying to flank. I don't think it gives me any bonuses. It just makes me feel good. I'm trying to flank from behind, and I will just attack using my shadow. My shadow is just a sort of wisp that seems to be connected to my heels. And as I get closer, it comes up from the ground, becoming like a 3D, actual physical, sort of tangible at least, form. It just looks like a serpent.
Right.
Just complete shadow, no eyes or any sort of distinguishable features. And I just attack. I roll for that.
Yep.
I don't remember what I roll. I'm sorry.
I think just your base attack.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the 2d6. Okay, there it is. 2d6. Okay.
And then
And
your
then-
karma.
Okay. Did I have positive or negative karma?
I don't remember.
This is
I want to
very
say
Positive.
yeah, I was
positive.
gonna say,
Okay.
I want to say
Yeah.
positive, but I'm not sure.
That's good because I needed that. So in total, that is 8 to hit.
Ooh. Okay. Unfortunately, that does not hit.
That's fine. I rolled really low. So, okay. Yeah. So unfortunately, I do miss though.
But if you want to describe how it is that you miss, like she's flying down, this winged woman, with her whip in one hand and sword in the other.
I think red tries to go. Well, red shadow at least tries to go for the attack. And they're like just trying to will it, and then at the last moment they kind of like flinch away, and their shadow instinctively kind of reacts and like jerks back as well.
Right.
They don't commit
Yeah,
to the
that
hit.
makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, and so it is going to do some attacking. Oh, how much? Just out of curiosity, how much like health do you guys have?
5.
5.
Okay, well, good news.
We're about to meet Kess real soon.
Yeah, exactly. It seems to be over before it even begins. She flies down and just slices the both of you with one solid stroke. Even though you were trying to do a little pincer move and be on either side of her, she is a very skilled swords person, and just immediately re-kills both of you, and you find yourself in the water.
Ugh. Swimming up to the top. Lemon, are you here?
Wait, did you just die or did you get knocked back?
Oh, both of you are dead.
Oh, we're both. Yeah, I'd go fair. Red. Hello, Red.
Oh, you're here again.
Yes.
I don't know if this is good or not.
I hope those three are okay. A lovely married couple and their child.
They're probably fine.
I hope they're fine. Well, now what? I'm covered in ink.
Yeah. Do we see solid ground anywhere?
Yeah, so you find yourself in pretty much the same spot that you had found yourself initially whenever you arrived in the underworld. The stone steps, that is your beacon for now, until you find something else. And this time, Lemon, you notice there's something on your shoulder.
Ooh. Okay. What is it?
Aaron, why don't you tell us what Kess looks like? Other than
just small, black, little, tiny sparrow like creature. Unless I'm mad, but yeah. Is this where I got dropped off from a boat?
No. This was
Oh.
well, we'll say the last time before you decide you're finally going to get on the boat.
Oh.
The 13th.
Yeah. So Kess actually goes into her shadow form, combusts all over no, like combusts near Hermes, but not close enough that she's gonna get thrown back. And while she's combusting, she yells like, "See you later, motherfucker!" And Yeah. And then it's like, I have places to be, so goes and gets on the boat. and if Lemon is on the boat, I'll go stand on Lemon's shoulder.
Oh, you were already on Lemon's shoulder until
Yeah, no, but first I had to go tell Hermes one final fuck you. Then I came back.
I mean, would Lemon and Red get on the boat?
Karen's not the one driving the boat, right?
Oh, it's always Karen.
Fuck this
Fucking
guy.
doodle do. Right, did you just right there? Does Karen look at us?
No, he doesn't seem to be looking at you, but you can tell he looks a little like tightly wound.
Couldn't guess why.
Yeah.
Could I say with my skills of psychology that I noticed that these two look guilty around Karen, and so I decided I want to be buds with them?
Yeah, the two spirits who like won't look directly at Karen and just keep like shuffling awkwardly.
Yeah, Kes just comes up to them and is like, fuck these guys, right?
Truly. Let's until they. Unless you think we can flip over the boat. You think we can flip over the boat, Red?
I mean, we did last time, but I don't think it really solved the issue.
Genius.
Who
Man,
are you again? And
I'm Kes. I've been flaming them up for a while, and then they keep throwing me back in the water, and then I come and I flame and I go back in the water. So I've just been doing that, I don't know, a dozen times or so. I'm new. I don't know the deal here, but I know that I hate these guys.
yeah, well, we're dead, first of all. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Oh.
nobody even said that.
Yeah.
Nobody said sorry you're dead. Jeez.
No, it's a lot here.
Amateurs.
My name is Red. That's Lemon. I think we just got re-killed. It was, there's kind of a lot happening right now.
It was quick.
Are you saying that every time I go in the water, I've been getting re-killed? You can get re-killed in hell? That's weird.
Kind of what it felt like. It wasn't pleasant.
These guys are such jerks. Just the absolute worst, and like yells it really loud.
Yeah, Karen like turns and just glares at you.
Yeah, you heard me, buddy. Hate you.
Definitely know how to make friends and influence people.
Do we evolve at all? We didn't gather any shards, did we?
I was just looking at that. Yeah, so I think even though you don't necessarily have pockets, especially Kes being a bird, you do notice that it's almost like there's something stored on your person that you hadn't had before. And so each of you finds 3 shards of lost souls.
Write that down.
I don't know what that is. But
That
it's no
is
thanks
how
to
you-
these guys.
EXP, right? That's the.
Yep.
Oh no, I mean in character. Kes doesn't
Oh,
know
sorry.
what these things are.
Sorry.
No, she's like, what I know is they didn't come from these jokers who don't know what they're doing and don't even say sorry you're dead. I mean, come on, amateurs.
So
absolute.
With those 3 shards, you can spend them on evolution, which is on page 85. The evolution traits.
Let's see. 80, 80, 85.
I think I'm going to use 2 of them to give a bonus to attack rolls.
That's smart.
after
That's
last
smart.
time. Yeah. And I have one left. So I have one shard left. And I have a bonus to attack rolls.
Let's see.
I'm going
Um,
to up one base defense so that I have 6 defense.
Makes sense.
And then I will
am
save
going
one.
I'm going to spend 2 to up my base stamina. Oh,
Smart.
wait. Can I get a new power? I'll do stamina.
Look at us being a sort of evenly skilled party.
Balance.
Ish.
For now. Ish.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. So, what is your plan from here? You've discussed the potential of flipping the boat again, but as Red pointed out, it didn't really help necessarily. It did, but it didn't.
So, Cass, just to catch you up on the situation a little bit, and Red would be whispering this more than I will for just auditory purposes, but Red is,
Yeah.
trying to not have Charon over here. So we did turn over the boat, and we managed to swim to this place called Asphodelos, which was just incredibly boring. And we did a little bit of exploration, but we started feeling very tired and trapped. So we decided to keep going. And we got to this second, more terrifying place where we picked a fight with this being. Well, I mean, you'd call it a being, right? The Fury, the Erinyes
Yeah, Fury. It's a thing.
thing.
An
Yeah.
otherworldly terror.
And she kicked our asses.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But you're saying that we can go exploring. I feel like maybe that was something I did before. Like I feel like maybe I was into going places because I really knew that I had places to be. So don't know what those are, unfortunately, and none of these assholes will help me out with that. So let's yeah, I'm up for exploring. I'm also evidently kind of able to burn people a little bit, so like
Oh, that's new. Well, to me, I can't burn thing. Lemon, can you do
Oh.
that?
No, I can scare things.
You were very scary. It's true.
Thank you.
It was like good scary for me at least. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're on
I
the
was
same
gonna
side.
say, I think you look lovely. Like really, just a really startling appearance, and like you will never fade into the background. Ever.
Oh yeah, and it's funny you say that because in his normal form, he very much does.
Painfully average. Yeah. He was an agent. He was meant to blend into the background.
Oh. No,
So
I think you're
maybe
very unique.
upon hearing that in this iteration, Lemon was like, huh? And he kind of like looks around, and his hair he normally slicks back. He sees part of it's bleached suddenly as his form changes. Like, oh my. I suppose now I look like a gay in 2020 who's having a crisis, an emotional crisis.
I was gonna say like surfer bro, which is there's some overlap there. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it looks great. Honestly, 10 out of 10. I don't know what you were working with before, but I like it's like a highlight.
I don't like it. Anyway, this is the least of our worries. I've never had to worry about my parents before. This is uncomfortable. Should we flip over the boat? Get ourselves a new boat. Go beat up that
do
Fury.
I have to swim? Because I don't want to be in the water. So
well, isn't the boat's already going to drop us off? So we could just ride it to our destination, can't we?
I don't know
as
if
long as
Karen
we
will let
can
us.
flip Charon a lot while we're on the boat.
To be fair, Red, the first stop is Asphodel Meadows, so you're getting off there. Like you don't go any further than that on the boat. The others leaving could be a problem.
Me where I go. Also, so I'm guessing I go to the worst place, which is, I know that I was not a bad person. In fact, I was probably too good a person.
You could be a bird even, like not a person, right? Because you're a bird now.
Oh, interesting. I did not picture myself as a bird, but I guess I could have been. I just kind of felt like, I mean, everybody's spirits are kind of wacky looking, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
actually quite sure. And uh, red, you would see is it's a strange thing with red, where you can tell very distinctly that red is like a two-legged, two-armed being. There's no like horns or tails or wings or anything like that, but you can't really see like your brain doesn't process any details. Like red has skin, red has eyes, two eyes and a nose and a mouth, but if you were to be like you can't tell what color red's hair is or anything like that, it's just not hitting your brain basically.
See, like I realize I have no memories of my life, but it feels like people looked a little bit more, I- no offense, more substantial, like they had features. Does
Hmm.
I don't want to offend you. I
No, I haven't found a mirror, so I'm not quite sure what
It's
you're.
just like you can't quite put your finger on your appearance. Like
Hmm.
I feel like I'm a bird because I have wings. I haven't looked in a mirror.
Hey, you sort of look like Gumby.
Hmm.
Who's that?
We have established that it may not be all the same knowledge, but because you are all dead now, you have like weird random bits of knowledge from all time periods.
Ooh. I think I don't, but your name is Red. I don't know any
Yes.
red Gumbies. So,
Well, that's part of why I sort of, so I got sent to the boring place, but I don't really want to be boring. And maybe going on these adventures and travels and explorations, I can find out more about myself. That's the hope, at least.
yeah.
So I
Also,
don't
I
want
think
to.
I am in the worst place because they won't tell me. I think
That
that
is
that's what that
concerning.
means.
Yeah, that does feel concerning.
And I definitely was not like a bad guy. Like I was not killing people all the time.
You seem very nice. Even if you had killed people, maybe they deserved it.
Probably they would have deserved it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want to get off the boat at Asphodelos. So maybe when we get up to that area, then we tip the boat. But we keep swimming because we don't want to be there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, let's go. Let's raise some hell.
You know,
Hmm.
the other thing that I think would probably occur to all of you is Red, you could try to like sneak back on or just like hide so that somehow you're not noticed.
And use your
Okay.
sneak to pull us along.
I was just
Okay.
meaning like you could like not get off at the first stop and just hide because we know that Lemon is going to the last stop.
End of the line. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
think. Yeah.
Is Kess going to the end of the line? Are there only 2 stops?
You don't know.
There are several.
We know there's at least more than two. We know there's at
Yeah,
least
at
three.
least 3.
I really gotta figure out. I want to know how this is judged. I want to know what my score is. I'd really like to like have a breakdown, a rubric of what they're using to judge me. This is just unacceptable.
No
Yeah, you want to see.
transparency.
Yeah, you want to see
Exactly.
your initials on that leaderboard.
Exactly. I'm like honestly that I have this idea. that I was too good a person and that I probably should have been a little bit worse. That's the only thing I know.
I know I made pacts with things I probably shouldn't have made pacts with.
I mean, I'm sure you had a good reason for it.
Oh, I
You
did.
were probably put in a position where you had no choice.
Not no choice.
No
It
good
was no
choice. Come
choice.
on.
No good choice. There was no good choice.
Life is
I was
complicated,
trying-
right?
I was trying to save the city-states. Oh, that's a new memory.
City states, multiple.
More than I got. You're doing great.
Huh.
Just picturing
Anyway, yeah,
Cass
I
as like
guess
this
we-
tiny bird mom who's like, "You're doing great, sweetie."
Picturing kind of like mean Tweety Bird.
Listen, here's the thing. If I am ever not group mom in a game, I don't know how to even be a person. Like, I just
That's
don't.
fair. That's fair.
No matter how evil I want to make my character, they will always like make sure you've eaten and had 8 hours of sleep.
That sounds pretty evil to me.
Terrible, truly.
Imagine getting 8 hours of sleep.
Right?
Anyway, yeah, so do we sneak on board?
Yeah. I mean, we're on the boat,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I guess when Asphodelos comes up, I guess Red will first try to hide behind Lemon, and just not get off the boat.
Here's my only question about this plan.
Okay.
What if they want to make me get off at Asphodelos? I don't know what any of these stops are because no one will tell me.
Well, you're very
I'll
tiny.
hide
You
you
can hide
inside my
with me.
jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Glad we have a plan. Just I shouldn't get mad because I do get slightly larger.
Good to know.
So,
We
Red,
might want
how do
that.
you plan on hiding?
So it's difficult because it's hard to ascertain how tall Red is. But I think
Right.
that we really are trying to do a thing where it's just like Lemon is blocking line of sight, and maybe like one or two other spirits is conveniently there, and Red just is like standing as still as possible and trying to like, like they can't spot me if I don't move.
3 ghosts in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh,
It's like a
that'd be-
T-Rex. You can't see. They spot movement.
I wish we had a trench coat now.
Right? It's a trench chitin. It's just a very long chitin.
This is our get along together, chitin.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what would Aaron, what were your skills again? You had psychology, and what were the other two?
Stealthy movement and wayfinding.
Ooh. Actually, can I use... I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but one of my abilities is studying cosmology and death rituals.
Mhm.
Can I... Is there cosmology here? Is there heavens where I can navigate where we are through the stars?
I mean, not really, because all you can see is the inky blackness. But I think that the death rituals and the cosmology is more here just referring to like the nature of the underworld. So
Can I figure out if I know a way to hold on a second.
I'm so excited.
Oh no, it's just time for Be Real. I know, I'm one of those people.
again, I'm still excited. Like, you haven't done anything to dissuade me from this excitement.
That's going to be fun to see on stream. Do I know any rituals that can banish Karen?
Oh my god.
Roll me staying alert. Since there's not really a roll for your ability per se.
No, there is. Studying cosmology
is
and
there?
death rituals is my
Oh,
skill,
there's a roll for it?
along with being alert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
if there's a
assume it
roll
would just
for
be
it,
the standard 2d6 plus karma,
perfect.
plus 1
Let's
for
do it.
karma.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would just be plus 1,
Also-
not an additional dice roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you did, Elliot, but if you didn't add the 1d6 on your attack earlier, you should have.
I did.
forgot.
It was still an 8.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, right. It's with the shadows where it's an actual d6 when it's just the
Yep.
spirit.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
Okay. I think that it's almost like on the tip of your tongue, but you don't really have a tongue anymore.
Oh. Womp. Yeah, I try to talk to y'all, but I can't. So I open my mouth like I just do it wrong. Right off the bat, I do this incantation wrong. Boof, tongue's gone.
But you know what? I think it is enough of a distraction that he's not paying attention to whether Red gets off the boat or not.
I'm still holding still until we leave, basically. I'm just
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're already on the boat. So yeah, we're on the boat and I
Yeah.
try to do this. Right as we make it to the
Yeah.
first place, Karen's like, the fuck?
Like,
Okay.
cool story.
Cool story, bro.
you hear like
Try again next
as
time.
a rock.
Listen,
as a
just
rock.
mind your business, Karen. Just mind your business. This is an A, B, and C conversation, and you need to D your way out of it, okay?
Amazing. Elliot, what were you starting to say?
Oh no, I just imagining Lemon trying to, bippity boppity. Nope, that's not it.
Absolutely.
I think the dice that were giving me trouble last time.
It's the same dice.
It might be. I just rolled a
Unfortunate.
9, so that was a good roll.
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Whatever.
Yeah. So after dropping off the spirits at Asphodel Meadows, you continue along into the River of Woe. And
Cass was
you
not
definitely see-
offered a time off the boat at Asphodel.
No.
Okay.
You were
Just
not.
checking.
You were not ushered off.
I really now need to know where I am supposed to have been.
One loop, we just actually complete it so that like Kess can like find out, and then we just like jump off a cliff. Like we're just, okay, cool, figured it out.
I feel like I'm going to ask Karen while these two are hidden. Just raise my hand. Excuse me, Karen. How many stops are there?
There's enough.
That is an answer, but not a number. It's not a correct answer.
There are 4 stops, if you must know.
I must, and thank you. Simply must.
And he continues along to the River of Woe, and you see very familiar sights. The large rock formation, where you can still see your spectral friends and their child huddled underneath. Are you getting off the boat here, or are you continuing along?
Is Cass told to get off here?
You're not told to. No.
Well, then I can just get off anywhere? Is that the choice?
Okay, so as we're approaching, I can't talk, so never mind.
No, you can talk.
I can't. Okay. All right, so we just chose a random place this past time to go to try and find a way out. Should we try the same spot? Do we think we'll just be again? Well, I suppose
Do
we can
we
just keep
see any
going.
like flying figures or
Currently, you do not. It is
Oh,
just as it was when you initially arrived here before last session. You just hear like screams and wails.
we could try to be sneakier than we were last time. Last time we did kind of attract a lot of attention.
Did we think that each one is worse, or are they jumbled up?
I don't know.
The last stop is most likely the worst, yes. Third one, undecided. We could wait to see what the third one is.
Let's do the third one. Who knows?
Okay. I wave at the
Sure.
huddled family.
I'm kind
wave
of
back.
like, I don't have fingernails because I'm like a spirit, but I'm like emotionally biting my fingernails, worried that a fury is going to show up.
Amazing. Yeah, definitely. Lucos, Bryson, and Dexios all just kind of like wave from underneath the rock formation. And as you carry on, the next stop is significantly better than the other two stops.
Okay.
It is like this gilded area. You see, it is brightly lit compared to all of these dark areas that you've been in. You can hear lyres playing in the distance. You can smell like sweet perfumes and food and all kinds of things that you would associate with like wealth and status in life.
Is Cass told to get off here?
No.
I will look at Kess and be like, not a bad idea. This looks pretty nice. What do you think, Lemon?
I'm sitting at the edge of the boat, saying, as I fall back into the water,
Scuba diving style.
"Yep,
That's amazing.
I think much less eloquently, Red just like clambers over the side and kind of just falls into the water.
I feel like Kess was still on Lemon's shoulder and so did not know that this was going to happen because would not have signed up for going back in the water.
I mean, you're a bird though, so like, do you stay on his shoulder or do you?
I think
bail?
I didn't know what was going. I thought we were going to just walk off the boat. I was ready. I was, ready, and I was not ready for backward. That was not in my expectations.
yeah, no, I don't think they would have let us off."
Yeah.
So you make your way off the boat, and are you swimming
see
to
a
the
save
shore,
point?
or are you trying to? Are you trying to go to somewhere less expected?
Less expected.
Less expected, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
following them, so
So we've already established it's very hard for you to swim against the current, but swimming with it is very easy. So you are able to make your way a little bit further down. And Lemon, I would say, just for the hell of it, that you are maybe a little bit ahead of Red. And so you peer around the corner of the river as it bends, and you see just a glimpse of Tartarus. You see that there is a very large waterfall. And you can only tell this because the ground is suddenly much, much lower in the distance. And you can see these enormous forms. As far away as they are, they look almost the same size as any of the other spirits other than Kess that you've seen so far. So you know that they must be massive to be that size at that distance. and they are chained and angry. Like you can see that they are actively fighting against their chains, and they look horrifying, and not in the eldritch way. Horrifying in the like, oh my god, that's a literal god. There's just so much power when you see their form that it's almost overwhelming.
Like awesome.
Yeah, in the traditional sense, not the
Yeah.
modern day sense. So that is your glimpse. Yeah, that's your glimpse at your alleged destination.
Kess
I
just
don't like
whispers
this.
to Lemon. Does that mean that that's where I was going to go too? Were we going to be like summoning or deals with devils kind of buddies over there? I don't think I made any deals with devils, but you never know. Like, shit gets
They were
weird. What?
I said they were cellmates.
Maybe.
I need it confirmed though. Rain, was my character going to Tartarus?
Okay, I forgot to add +2 to my roll to so that was technically an 8 to try and
Fantastic.
it's a little late now, but
that's okay.
I completely forgot to add +2 to skills.
Yeah, I think that as you are swimming to the shore, you do see, like I said, this glimpse of your supposed future destination, and after you sort of shake off the awe of seeing that and horror, it just hits you the right incantation that you should have said. It's like whenever you think of something really good to say in an argument, like hours later, hour.
Yeah.
We've all been there before.
Mm-hmm. But instead of the shower, you're in a river in the underworld. Same difference, right? So making your way to shore. It is still very nice here, still very well lit with this like golden warm light. And this would be the first time since arriving in the underworld that you have felt actually warm. At one point, I think in the River of Woe, if I remember correctly, you felt kind of like neutral, like room temperature almost, which was still warmer. But this is actual warmth that you're feeling.
Red will do kind of that like, I know we were talking about getting out of here and finding things about our lives and all of that, but what if we just stayed here for a while?
I mean, this place was just described as kind of horrific, right?
Well, the next place is horrific. Where you are right now is paradise, is a utopia.
Okay.
I mean, I'm really okay with exploring this place.
Give me a moment. I would like to make a save point here.
Absolutely.
The what's it called? A beacon. So since we haven't come across one yet, like how do we create do beacons just show up in general?
I was actually going to give you guys one, just so that you're not always going back to the exact same place forever and ever. But yeah, I think that as you make your way onto the shore and you're sort of pondering whether, your friends might be right. Like maybe this is the place that we should stay. Or maybe we should still try to escape and see if we can get back to our lives, which might be a little tricky, but, it's worth a shot. you do notice that there is a very fine statue nearby. It appears to be a statue of Dionysus, a little bit like clearly celebrating in what appears to be like a dance pose, holding a cup of wine and some grapes, and almost naked, and very well painted. This is very like fine craftsmanship, and it sort of calls to you, not verbally, just like a psychic pull.
I think Fred's going. Yeah.
What about the others?
I mean, I'm following.
Going for it.
Okay. So, making your way over to the statue, you notice a table that wasn't there before. Behind it, a smiling spirit. And you see arranged on this table are bottles of various sizes. It says, "Hello, welcome to the Elixir Shop. How can I help you?
One elixir, please.
Ooh.
What
Oh.
flavor?"
What do you
Um,
have?
Tell
Yes.
us more. Say more.
Well, what would you like to know?
Everything.
What flavors?
What flavors are there?
All of the flavors are possible, but
Oh.
my elixirs can do all kinds of wonderful things. They can make you shoot fire or ice if you would like. They can make you poisonous to others, or venomous, I guess is the right word, because you don't want them to eat you.
No.
They're called booristas in the book, and this makes me really happy.
I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Because
Good for them.
yeah. So, what would you like from the shop?
Let's see.
Um,
Which
you-
elixir shop is this?
Is it any? All? Yes.
I will.
Because like there are various ones in the books. I'm wondering if it's like one of
Mhm.
those.
Yeah. I would say, you know what? This is the perpetual grind. And
Grind.
the-
See what they did there.
The
Do you
spirit,
have any potions of falling star?
Oh, let me look. I might. By the way, I didn't introduce myself. I'm sorry. That was very rude of me. My name is Spirited Spitz. You can just call me Spitz.
Nice to meet you, Spitz. My name is Red, and that's Cass, and that's Lemon.
Very nice.
Hello.
So, do you have any coin?
Oh, no. I don't think so. How do you go about getting coin? My ghost pockets are very empty.
Ah, I see. That might be an issue.
Mm.
We're new here, so we're not really
I have something better than
familiar.
coin, though. And Red will try to kind of like
Friendship?
grab a rock from the ground and be like, I have this. And you won't believe me when I tell you where I got it. And it's gonna try to like hopefully like the spirit didn't see, the like try to be kind of sneaky about it, but also if Red
Right.
fails this, it's okay.
Yeah, I think the Spitz is just like, oh, I've got plenty of rocks, but I see that you all have some shards. I could trade you a shard for an
For-
elixir.
Now,
How many
kind of like a
elixirs?
shard.
Oh, 1 for 1 seems fair.
Well,
consider though, how many people come through with these shards?
A few.
Not shards as powerful. I'm trying to haggle. I have a skill of haggling here. These
That's true.
shards are exceptionally powerful shards.
That's true. Why don't you give me a haggle roll?
So, okay, I'm gonna roll my. Oh no. Plus my 1 karma, and then plus 2 because it's my skill.
Right.
Gets me to 7. I rolled very poorly.
Well, since you're new, I guess I can give you a discount. Give you 2 elixirs.
For 1 shard, I think that's a good. I mean, I'm interested. And it says it has fire and ferocity elixirs.
Mhm.
Hold on, I need to like look at this more.
And the elixirs are all in chapter 5.
Yeah, thank you.
I would definitely give you a shard for 2 of those falling star elixirs. Or do you only have 1?
Well, I unfortunately only have 1 right now, but if you come back in a couple of weeks.
Well, here, I'll look at what else you have on the menu and sometime find some other fiery one. Like the fire tail, because I can't find it now. Falling star and fiery tail, fire tail,
Yeah.
fire spray, any of those.
Oh yes, I have lots of very combustible elixirs.
I like combustion for the most part.
I'm gonna roll randomly on the table.
I'm here for it.
Okay, speed and defense. And then roll again. 3, elixir of flight. You can fly at your normal speed and up to a medium distance from the ground. This effect cannot be taken multiple times. All speed and defense elixirs cause the character to lose 1d3 damage as a side effect when they first drink the elixir. And it goes away once the elixir's effects wear off. Oh, how long do the effects last?
It depends on the potion, I think, or the elixir.
Yeah. Let's see.
Ooh, if double is rolled. Wait, what? Oh, no.
So weird.
Okay, that's different.
For some reason, I'm not able to find the actual elixir.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not able to find any elixirs. I was just doing it based on powers.
Oh, no, it's on page 76 is where it starts.
Okay.
So let's see, elixir. It doesn't. So I'm guessing for a lot of these, I know it's like once you die, the effect wears off.
Right. Yeah, I mean, elixirs are shorter term than powers, but yeah, I think that's a fair amount. I will say my only real complaint about this game so far is there's not a lot of explanation on how some of this stuff works. Some of it is very just like open-ended and you got to figure it out, which is fine. I would do that anyway, but sometimes it would be nice to have a little bit more exposition of like, here's how you do this thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, for the second edition of Ink, more information.
I'm going to keep my shard.
That's fair.
Yeah, me too.
Are we all
because-
keeping it? Yeah.
I mean,
like-
okay, I have 2 I found that I'll do, and that way one of us has them. Can I do an elixir of speed, and an elixir of permanent vitality.
I'm trying to find the ferocity because it says that's the other.
Ferocity are page 78. It's under strength.
Okay.
Yeah. I could also do a
Their specialty is fire and ferocity. Yeah.
Okay.
So any of your fiery abilities or the temporary ferocity.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'll
and
take it.
and it does say
temporary-
like some of these have for the next 3 encounters, so we're gonna call that our duration.
Okay. I will
So
take
even if we
a-
like die, it'll stay with us.
Yes.
Okay, in that case then. Yeah.
I will take a elixir of temporary ferocity and an elixir of temporary elemental power, which makes my do double damage for the next
Nice.
3 encounters.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
I will also take an elixir of temporary ferocity and then an elixir of temporary weakening power because I have poison.
Amazing. Yeah, that works for me. And then Lemon, you are keeping your shard to yourself?
Yeah.
I have no shards.
If I got more shards, more power.
Yeah, and those powers do last forever in theory, so
Yeah.
understandable. It's a little bit of a deal with a not devil, but a Spitz.
You know, he's friendly.
Yeah, a friendly Spitz. Yeah, and so as you finish your transaction, that's the word, he starts to fade along with the table and disappear.
Oh, that's
Oh.
weird.
Red will kind of look around just in case, like, does he reappear anywhere? Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, I didn't see a tip jar. Were we supposed to tip? Like, I feel like
Tip with what?
maybe we said something rude. I don't know. Like, why
Tip
did
him
he
with a rock.
leave?
no, some merchants I think are traveling individuals. They don't always have the same physical location.
Okay.
Like a taco
They-
truck.
Like
they
a traveling
people-
merchant. Got it.
Could I become a merchant? A barista?
You could. I think you have to go to the barista college, though.
Nice.
So, as the 3 of you are discussing this disappearing merchant and potentially even what to do next, you all can hear a buzzing sound. Similar, but not the same, to the hummingbird sound that you had heard whenever you were in the presence of Hermes. This sounds strange to the 3 of you, but now with your random bits of knowledge from other time periods, it sounds mechanical almost.
Is there anywhere to hide?
I think. Oh, you know what? I think that there is a very large hedge that seems to wall this area off, and you do notice that it looks like there's an entrance into maybe like a hedge garden of some sort.
Come on.
You guys hide, but I'm gonna just kind of sit on the thing and be stealthy because I can be stealthy. So I'll
Like
just sit on the hedge like I'm a bird
Hmm.
because I'm a bird.
Blending in.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the stealth roll
Okay.
because there aren't a lot of like bird ghosts.
Bird ghost. Bird ghost.
I love that band, Bird Ghost.
So that's an 8 rolling plus 1 karma plus 2 for skill.
Mhm.
So that's an 11.
Okay. Yeah. So you notice this metallic bronze creature. You see that its body is like made of brass gears and blades, and it appears to be in the shape of a gnat, a very large gnat, like probably the size of a small dog.
So bigger than a small sparrow.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So does it appear to be coming toward a small little ghost sparrow?
It does not seem to be paying any attention to the ghost sparrow, but
Okay.
it does go into the hedge in the end where you
Okay,
just want your go.
I start like singing a little sparrow song. Like I'm trying to warn them that there's something coming.
Mhm. Does anyone here speak sparrow?
No, it's I mean, you can just hear that I am
Does it sound anxious?
I think it does.
Red will whisper over to Lemon, like, "Do you think that's for us?"
I would assume I'm going to roll alert to see if I know that this is for
Yeah.
us.
That makes sense.
Yeah, my karma, that's 10, 11, that's a 13.
Jesus. Yeah, no,
You speak Sparrow.
Yeah, turns out I do speak Sparrow.
It
Nice.
sounds incredibly anxious.
Yeah, I think that's for us.
Can we? So this like thing that we've gone down, is it like a one way? There's no heading out the back door of this.
Well, so you head into these hedges, and it very quickly makes a left turn, and then you notice, if you go very far, it starts to branch off, almost like some sort of hedge maze, hedge labyrinth, if you will.
Okay, I'm gonna stealthily make my way behind it so that I'm following the beetle, the mechanical beetle, which I
It's
may
a
try to
gnat.
melt.
It's a gnat.
A gnat, sorry.
So close.
Yeah. Bug. You know how I
Yeah.
am about bugs. Love them all.
You love them. Yeah.
Just
I
bugs all the
Bugs.
time. Any kind
Listen,
of bugs.
Had to be
listen.
bugs.
Listen, I did not give you the giant millipede. This time.
In your defense, I did not put bugs on my sheet for safety stuff. So
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
But
I
we know
didn't think
millipedes are now on there,
really creepy
unofficially.
bugs are great.
Anyway, hearing this anxious sparrow song and kind of turning towards it, you do see coming around the corner of this hedge maze a cognat. So it is a very large brass gnat, essentially. And you see that it has very sharp looking blades that extend off of it.
Red is going to try to like take Lemon and keep backing like into like keep going further into the maze basically. If
Yeah, Lemon's following.
yeah. I don't think Red. I think Red is sort of trying to keep in mind like okay, turn left and turn right or something, but trying to run away from the gnats
Right.
more.
Absolutely. I would say, Mika, if you wanted to roll alert, if you're trying to pay attention as well.
Am I still in positive karma?
Yes.
Okay.
Should I also roll alert or?
That is a 10 then.
Oh, that's right. You both have that. I
Yeah.
forgot you both have that.
Oh,
I'm sorry, you got a what, Mika?
10.
Okay.
Yeah, really helps having positive karma and the +2.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god. 9.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that between the two of you, you're like maybe even kind of making up like a song to remember the directions that you go. And Kess, following this gnat, it seems to have noticed your friends and speeds up a little bit. And then as it gets to the corner that they just went around, you see it stops for just a second, and you see that it starts to flap its wings extra fast, putting off this loud buzzing sound. And then you hear more buzzing sounds approaching.
Okay.
From behind you.
So I am going to I'm gonna change into a big bird and not be a friendly big bird.
Big
Okay,
bird.
but it's really funny. But it's really funny because after we finished recording last time, we had a whole like sidebar conversation about Big Bird and his
Not for now. That is a after session tangent.
Yeah, it's just perfect because I did not mention that at all, and you just triggered that
Okay.
memory.
But I'm going to down my temporary elemental damage.
Mhm.
And I am going to try and wait until they're on either side of me, like pretty close, and I'm going to be a big
Yeah.
bird. And so I'm hoping to kind of get their attention. And
Mhm.
everybody within a short distance of me is going to do the 2d6 plus burn, but then I double it because of the temporary elemental.
Absolutely. Yeah, so go ahead and
Uh,
roll
We're
your
gonna
can
attack.
set this hedge on fire.
Yeah.
There will be no
I
maze
hope
left.
they melt. I hope they're little
Yes.
bitty.
Yes.
It's like a piece of slag metal after we're done.
They better melt
Okay, so that's
into coins that we can use to buy more potions.
Exactly.
so
That's what I'm
it's
hoping for.
so it's just base damage, 2d6, right? Plus
So
one karma.
you roll the 2d6, and for an attack or any kind of shadow ability, it's not one karma, it's 1d6 karma.
Oh,
It's extra
so it's
fun.
3d6.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 12. So 12 is the total of the
Yeah.
attack.
What is your base damage?
2d6.
Okay,
But-
so go ahead and roll
Or
that.
so it'd be like 4d6 because of the
Yes,
or I
for
just
this.
double it.
I would do 2d6 and just double it.
Okay. So 4 plus 5 is 9, so 18.
18. Yeah. You absolutely turn all three of them to slag.
Red and Lemon are like
Yes.
backing out, and then we just see like
Yeah,
it's the now all of China knows
Yeah, I think
now
Unless you
all
see
of
it
the
otherwise, Aaron.
underworld.
I think we both
Yeah, I
say
think-
that at the same time. Now all of the underworld.
knows.
Yeah, I think Aaron,
Amazing.
unless you see it otherwise, I'm just picturing this as like almost a mushroom cloud, just like this straight up inferno.
Well, so I had told you initially that I felt like this was like a phoenixy type bird. And
Mhm.
so like literally I want to kind of like go up in a fireball and then I come out as my tiny little sparrow self. Like I'm reborn from my flames.
Ooh, yeah. So maybe not even like a mushroom cloud, like it shoots up in this like geyser of flame and then turns into this enormous phoenix.
Yeah, that's good. And then
Yeah.
when I'm done, I'm just my little baby self again. It's a little small bird.
Well, small.
Not big bird.
So small.
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 Yeah.
Uh,
So,
and
yeah, Lemon's just gonna just like lean over to Red and say, I wish we'd had them earlier.
It feels like it could have been very useful to have someone around who could do that.
Yes.
To be fair, I can't always. That was with the elixir, so that was extra. But fire, I'm good with. I don't know why exactly. I don't know why. Do you think that this is based on our personalities or something? Like, I don't know.
Potentially. Red, were you a snake?
I don't think I was a snake.
See, I don't think I was a bird either.
That's true.
Hmm.
Maybe I was a snake and you were a person.
Okay. Maybe you were a snake person.
Oh,
Fascinating.
you're a snake person.
I had run across snake people, so they are a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like that there were lots of things in the world. Like, I knew a very little amount of all the possibilities.
Ooh, I knew a great deal. I sometimes wish I hadn't.
I don't know anything, so this is all fascinating to me, really. So, okay, we think I might be a snake person. That's one theory. I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, I just don't think, like, not at least a normal bird. Like, I feel like I have a lot of knowledge for a bird.
Some kind of bird person.
I mean, maybe. I don't recall. I
Well-
seem to be a fiery bird. So are there
phoenix.
firebird people?
Yeah, there are phoenixes, except they live forever, so you probably are not
Well-
a phoenix.
Yeah, unless can you kill a phoenix?
I feel like I should know that, but
You could be maybe you were a bird with magic and the magic was fire. I know people I feel like people used to have magic. Maybe they still do.
I don't know if I did. But who knows?
Well, regardless, maybe we should keep going. Is the hedge like smoking? Is it
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Like you have burnt on either side of the hedge.
I do think that these guys are like the whatever this is, like some sort of maze. I think they're like the, I don't know, hall monitors of the maze. They seem
I
like
think we should keep
assholes.
going then because I don't want to run into more if it's all the same.
Yeah, well, and I can only do that really big show a couple times, honestly. So, it'd be good. It was good that I got them all around me because, like, I could take out 3 with one go, but I don't know that that's always going to happen.
All right, let's go. And then get a head back.
So before
Yeah.
you take off, you do notice that these slagged gnats have like this shadowy substance kind of oozing out of them, almost like the ink in a way. And you see that they form into 3 shards and 10 coins.
Oh, well, that's nice.
shard,
That's
You
shard,
guys
shard.
want some shards?
Shard
Yeah.
per person.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take, Cass, you can take any amount of the coins you want since you.
Well, how
yeah.
about I'll take 4 and you guys have 3, and like, is that fair? Because
Yes.
Very generous of you.
So
mean,
generous.
Truly, you
know,
could take all of these for yourself.
it's okay.
We were running away. We were actively running in the opposite
Yeah.
direction.
I am thinking about the fact that I do feel like in my life I was nicer than I should have been, and it's okay. You guys are my friends, and I'm gonna give you these coins, and that's fine. And we're all gonna help out as best we can. It's gonna be great.
And honestly, if all it takes to get coins is killing these things, you did it very easily. So yeah. Anyway, let's
This
go.
time I combusted on Karen and Hermes a bunch of time and just mostly got in the water. So
Let's
we'll
work on
see.
that phrasing.
That's a different tabletop game.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it, but right now I'm feeling just like a little baby small bird, and I don't get the joke. So like, I mean, I also did tell them to fuck off a lot, so
Well,
I mean, they
so are you
deserved it.
continuing? Oh, go ahead.
No, that's it. Just they deserved it.
Yep.
So are you continuing into the hedge maze?
I think so, because, well, from where we are, can we tell if the hedge made maze struggling there leads further towards like the nice happy place, or is it like just a perimeter, like a
It's really hard to tell. I would say Kess, you, because you can fly.
Fly up. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
out of frame. If I could fly up and kind of get the lay of the land as a wayfinder.
It does seem like this is just something that kind of is the border. Like, there's a lot to this maze, and there's probably more that you could find in here, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be leading you to the good place.
Okay.
Okay.
Would the most direct way to the good place, great TV show, be like cutting through the hedge maze?
So, what you could see whenever you were arriving here on the boat, it looks like it's very well guarded. So you could see that there were soldiers fully armed and armored guarding the entrance. So that could be a small problem. Trying to get in that
way they keep the riffraff out of Elysium. Obviously. Whoa, how did I know that name? Wild.
Riffraff?
I think I just yes.
The ancient Greek term riffraff. The translation's a little shoddy, but
This just has the random knowledge of riffraff the werewolf.
Shout out.
Riffraff from Rocky Horror.
Which is where Riffraff the werewolf got their name.
No, I just mean that we are the riffraff, unless we're not, because we're not supposed to be here, except I don't know where I'm supposed to be because Rain won't tell me where I'm supposed to be. And that really sucks. But can I look and try and find a passage out of this, or is there no passage? This is just to like keep people out.
So it does. It's not so much to keep people out. It's just like a decorative thing, you think. But like flying over, surveying the area, there's not a passage that leads into Elysium. It seems like it just goes around the edge of it. But I think that logically you would know you could potentially find a way through. Like, the hedge itself is very burnable. We already know that. That's canon. But you can see that there's a wall. And you cannot fly over this wall for some reason. Almost like there's some sort of like invisible force field.
Okay, so I think we have to like burn it all down or something because I can't even go up that high. But we know that I can burn the hedges. I don't know. Do you guys have any cool like powers that you want to show off so that I don't have to use the next two of my elemental damage buffs?
I can scare things.
I'm still working out what I can do.
Do either of those things work on plants? I mean, maybe they're sentient plants.
I can try. I'm going to try. So you see the grenade monster, like you just see a bunch of like green eyes pop up around me instead of like the full shadow popping out. And do I scare the plants?
It does not appear to have any effect, no.
Okay.
I will say...
Kess whispers to Red and says, see, so distinguished.
What?
So distinguished. They're not plain looking at all.
No, I feel like I would notice in a crowd if that happened, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
They stand out. It's so great.
We're like having a side conversation while Lemon's trying to intimidate some plants.
They do have 2 less HP now. though, so
Ooh,
I don't
good
know
to
if that does anything.
I mean, it's good to know. I will say that you all have realized that whenever you reawaken or respawn, that you have the potential to evolve. So you all have enough shards right now that you could evolve. You just have to die.
I want to wait for more shards, personally.
Yeah, I only have one shard because I spent mine on
Yeah.
elixirs.
I think that'd be a great
Oh,
way
that's
to end
right.
the episode.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Dying.
Die.
It's always a good way.
I think so because red, after Lemon's display doesn't really seem to conjure up anything. The plants don't mysteriously just start wilting or anything.
Right.
I think red shadow. Can I try to have my shadow go through the hedge and like touch the? Are we by the wall, or would we have to get to the wall? The wall that
I
Kess
think
can't
with
do things.
I think with Kess's guidance, they're able to lead you to where that wall is pretty easily. And then, yeah, if you are sending your shadow into the hedge, yeah, it doesn't have any trouble getting through the hedge. On the other side, though, there appears to be a physical stone wall.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just have the shadows just kind of exploring, trying to find if there's like a crack or crevice or way through it,
Mhm.
Yeah,
What does the wall appear to be made out of?
stone.
Stone.
I don't think
Can
can
I
burn
frighten the stone? Let me just
I'm going to
is
tell you now. No.
6. Oh, then plus the karma, or that's 10. If that,
A
Amazing.
nearby guard just like pees themselves or something.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
on the left
know.
side of the wall.
I don't know the temperature of phoenix flames, but I don't know that they're going to get to the melting point of stone.
I'm
Like,
Look.
to make
gonna,
them into magma.
yeah.
But can they melt the steel beams?
I was just going to say that. You beat me to it.
Well, we already melted brass, and brass has a pretty high melting point. So maybe.
That's fair. That's fair.
Try it.
Okay.
Maybe try it with us over there. I'm gonna, give
Yeah,
some
oh,
space.
yeah.
I'm going to back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
cool,
Cass,
cool.
before you do, you hear a very strange sound. It almost sounds, and again, you have random bits of knowledge. It almost sounds like a bear and a bull combined in a way. You get sort of the growl of the bear with the bellow of the cow.
Yeah, I want to get out of here, man. That doesn't seem.
And you can hear like the heavy thudding of footsteps coming from deeper in the maze.
Okay. I'm going to really quick get to my position where I'm next to the hedge wall situation. So I'm closest to the proverbial exit. And I am going to try to like Wile E. Coyote through this wall just with my flame. So I'm like gonna go right up to it and then light it up and see what happens. So do I
Okay.
need to roll against the wall to hit it?
No, you can just go ahead and roll your damage.
Red, meanwhile, is like to Lemon, like, do you think that they can do it?
So 7 damage,
Yes.
and then times 2, so 14.
Okay. Ooh, I will say, although I had forgotten about the spending of the shards, but if you had enough shards, your beacon is not very far away. So even if you did,
If we do die, we'll just spawn like 2 meters to our left or something.
exactly.
I'm pretty okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does seem like you do some damage to the wall. It is not enough to get through, but you can see it appears to be cracked. and you've obviously
Um,
burnt through the hedges.
Lemon or Red, do you think you've got enough like, I don't know,
Well, let's
pushing
find out.
power?
Do we
And-
also hear the bull boar
Yes.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
Minotaur.
Could
Oh no!
could we
it's
just
better than
like
that. It's better than that.
could I just like maybe flap my wings in front of the wall and be like a target and it'll like right into the wall?
Do we even see it? I don't know if we've seen it yet.
Well, I was about to say. So, as you are recovering, Kess, from your explosion, from busting all over that wall,
Combusting.
Stop.
I said combusting.
But not better.
Combusting.
Not better.
it's not any better.
Worse.
We're getting TOS'd. Oh, demonetized.
It's fine. They have
That
not
is
done
literally the
that
name of the
because it's
power
really
is combust. So you know what?
Sure
Talk
it
to the
is.
people who
that's
made
on
it.
ink.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as you are recovering from this, Kess, you all have heard the horrific sounds of this creature, and it's obviously approaching. And it comes around the corner of this maze, and it looks bewildering, honestly, because it is incredibly shaggy. It has this very thick, long fur, and you can't tell if it is more bovine or ursine.
I kind of want to just fly right next to the crack and like start tweeting a
Mhm.
little sweet song, and
Yeah.
then I want to fly up as it comes at me. Like I want to get its attention.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're roadrunnering now.
Yeah, exactly. I
Maybe-
get all my best moves from Acme.
Which you suddenly know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm going to say just go ahead and give me the 2d6 plus 1 just to see
Okay.
how successful you are.
Because it is one of my moving. Moving stealthily isn't really.
Yeah.
8 plus 1, so that's 9.
Okay. Yeah. You are able to get out of the way of this bull bear, and it crashes into the wall, and you can now see a little bit of the light from Elysium. But it's not large enough for any of you to fit through. Not even
me?
little cats.
Can
Take
I?
a keyhole.
Yeah. Can I down my elixir of temporary ferocity? So I have my base
Absolutely.
damage increases by 4 for the next 3 encounters, and I'm going to
Fantastic.
try attacking the beast.
Absolutely. And are
Okay.
you using your poison?
Yeah, that's just my normal thing. I think. Just
So
yeah,
you're going up against the beast.
yeah.
I'm going to do my thing first.
Okay, you do your
I mean,
thing
technically,
Yeah.
technically, we're not supposed to
first.
be able to. But I think like seeing you about it, I feel like this is
Yeah.
my new go-to beginner move.
I have to drink first, so while I'm drinking my potion, you do your
Yeah.
thing, and then I will
Exactly.
go
So-
to my attack.
So hypnotize. Ooh. So it's
I
the
roll
2d6. It's not an attack, so I don't add the.
It's your power though,
Karma,
because the
yeah.
power you roll the same as you would for a basic attack,
Yeah.
Okay.
according to my notes here, which I copied and pasted from the book, so hopefully they're correct.
Right. And it is a
Okay.
shadow power, I believe, right?
Yeah. So that's
Yeah, so
13
you do the-
then.
Yeah. Fantastic. You are able to. You said by 2 or by 4?
2 by
Okay.
2. Lower the target's defense by 2.
Perfect. Yeah. So you are able to lower its defense slightly, and it appears to be like a little bit dazed, maybe even slightly confused.
Okay, I rolled ridiculously well because again, I have basically 3d6 because of my karma.
Right.
So I rolled a total of 15
Jesus.
to hit.
Wow.
Fantastic.
So
That definitely.
I hope that hits. Okay,
It
I was like,
does,
we
it
have
does.
much bigger issues if that misses.
It would not. I will tell you over the table. It would not have hit the Erinyes.
That's fair. I respect that. Okay, and then my damage. So I have so my damage Oh god, that was horrible. Okay, so I rolled 2 poison damage plus 4 because of my potion, so 6 poison damage. I think is that how that works.
Wait, you only rolled a
'Cause
2 on your damage?
I rolled a 1 on my damage. My damage is
Oh, no.
1d6 plus 1.
Oh no.
I celebrated way too early.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you didn't do a whole lot, but
I
you
didn't do a
did
lot of
some.
damage. I did 6 points of poison damage though.
Right.
How many
Which is
poison
pretty
markers is that then?
Oh, I need to double check
Mm,
because
yes.
I
Does
know
he
I
get
was
1 marker per hit, I think?
looking
I
at it, but I'm not sure.
I don't remember. That part is a little confusing still, but yeah, I mean,
I think between
It's
now and the next session, I'm definitely going to go over the book again.
yeah. And even going over the combat between last session and this one, again, like there are things that I wish that they explained a little bit more in detail.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
But-
look up the poison stuff now, but keep going. I'll let you know when I find
Yeah.
it.
So Cass, now that you have dodged out of the way, are you doing anything else?
I'm sorry. I had to stand up at my standing desk because I can't sit that long. Sorry. So I kind of lost track of what was going on. I dodged out of the way. And then I want to just say to the bear thing, like, is that the best you could do? And I want to try and get it to come at me again.
Okay.
This thing's totally
See if
ridiculous.
see if it does it.
Yeah. I think that it is at this point a little bit miffed. And so yeah, it charges at you again. So go ahead and give me the same roll to see how well you can dodge.
Okay. Ooh, not as good. So 8 total with the 1 karma.
Fantastic. Yeah, it
I found the
definitely.
thing.
What's that?
Tell me more.
No, finish your thing, and then I'll explain how
Oh, yeah.
toxic works. Apparently,
Fantastic. Yeah. So, Cass, you are gored by this thing's horn,
Unfortunate.
and you. How much HP do you have?
5.
You die.
Okay, cool. Peace out,
Just
guys.
for the rest of us, how does that look? Like,
Well,
What's
I
that?
didn't use my power. So I just basically I was like, hey, is that the best you can do? And then it rammed into me. And then
right when
I just
you
went,
die, do you leave a body? Like,
No, I think that you just disappear.
okay.
Yeah, because you're ghosts. So.
Red still does like a, oh god. Oh, okay, wait, no. They'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a moment where you can see Cass's little bird body impaled on the horn that is now in the wall.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. And then, she fades away very much Avengers Endgame style. And Cass, you reappear. Thankfully, not in the water this time. You appear on the nearly nude Dionysus statue.
wait, I do? Oh, because
Yeah.
that was our waypoint. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Good
I'll
thing
let
you
other
established
people do their things though, before
Yeah.
I come back into the fray.
So
Yes, I did look up. So my attacks are toxic, which is so I just poison damage.
Mhm.
Okay, so it says that weapons and abilities with the toxic keyword cause poison. Poison tags wear off over time. Remove 1 poison tag at the start of each round. Targets with poison tags take 1 poison damage for each poison tag they have at the start of their turn. So it doesn't say if it's 1 tag per attack or per damage. So I will let you
Yeah.
decide.
that's a little confusing.
I would say
Um,
per attack, I guess.
That's what makes the most sense to me.
Because otherwise it would just get really high really fast. And
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so it does do a little bit more damage at the start of
1 extra
this
point.
round, though. And so, Red, now you are able to, or Lemon, if you wanted to do anything at this point.
If I can do something, I guess I'm just going to go in for a regular attack. Is its defense still down by 2, or has it had its turn?
It's had its turn. Its turn
Okay.
was killing your friend.
Oh, cool.
Re-killing. Let's be, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna attack the shadow's just going to like lurch towards it and go "Mrah," and try and fight it.
Amazing.
Shit, that's 16 to hit.
That 100% hits.
Well, let's see if I can do any damage. So, then base damage is 1d6 plus 1 in terror. So that's 3, so 4 damage plus the terror tag.
Terror
let me-
does stuff.
now
Yeah.
let me look this up real quick.
I have it pulled up because it's right next to toxic.
Awesome.
Targets with terror tags miss any attack they make where they roll the following number on any of their dice, excluding karma dice. If they have 5 or less, so it's again, you get 1 per attack. Is
Mhm.
how I'm interpreting this. If they roll any 1s, then they will miss if they have less than 5 terror tags.
Interesting.
And then if they have 7 to 10 terror tags, you miss on a 1 or 2. So I guess 6 doesn't care. But yeah.
That's a little confusing. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but it's just a lot of stuff to keep track of.
Yeah.
Which is never my favorite part of games. It's keeping track of stuff.
It's on page
Yeah,
24 if you need it, but yeah.
Like the more you play a game,
The easier it gets.
you just gotta play it multiple times. I definitely want to revisit this game.
Yeah.
Play it more.
Yeah, absolutely. But little sidebar, but I really like this game. I think it has a lot of cool elements to it, and I also think playing in the actual setting that's in the book would be really cool. I just wanted to do the Greek thing because it just makes sense. Like, it's clearly Hades coded, so I had to do it. Just
Had to
couldn't
do it.
resist. It's the queerness in me. That's what it is. Yeah, so you did a little bit more damage. It does not appear to be anywhere close to being defeated at this point. Like, it's taken some damage. It's looking worse for wear. Cass, it probably doesn't take you very long because you can fly to rejoin your friends.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you see now that there is a hole large enough for sure that Cass can fit through. I can't remember how big Red or Lemon are, to be fair.
Average human size for Lemon. Like, of the three of us,
Okay.
Lemon looks the most like a normal person.
Right.
Same for Red's a medium-sized creature if we were playing D&D. So
Yeah.
Fair. I think it's possible that you could squeeze through. The issue would be the bull bear.
So as I'm flying back at it, I want to kind of hopefully put the bull bear between myself and the wall, and I'm going to do my flame thing with my double damage.
Mhm.
So I just want to fly into it, explosion, and do all the stuff. So I'm going to just come at it.
Okay.
Hopefully if you guys see me coming, you back up a little bit.
you're not stealthing. I think we would notice you coming in.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, you're obviously doing your falcon screech.
So for an attack, that's 15 to hit.
Okay. That hits.
A little unfair to the monster since we can just respawn right there.
Okay, so my damage was not great. So it was only 4, so it's doubled to 8. So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, between all of you, it's adding up. It is now looking pretty rough. I would say because it's, I mean, I guess all of this happens simultaneously. I feel like Red and Lemon wouldn't really have time because they're sort of in the middle of fighting with this thing.
It's
in order
way
to, like,
funnier if you
run.
accidentally kill us, actually.
It would be, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like that's
Yeah.
100% what happens. You explode, injuring this bear. It looks, or bull bear. It looks very rough. But you do notice that your friends are not there after you reform.
It's a look, Kess is coming.
So Kess screeches in her phoenix form, fuck, and it sounds really cool because it's the hawk sound, and
Or
tries
screech.
to screech. But since you speak sparrow now, you're probably good with hawk as well.
Yeah. It's just a
They're
different
same
dialect.
dialect, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I just like, fuck, oops, sorry guys. My bad.
Amazing. Yeah. So Red and Lemon, you reform, reawaken back at the Dionysus statue. It will take you a little bit longer, not a long time, but a little bit longer because you do have to walk.
Oh, that feels so strange. All right, and I'll help Lemon up to
Thank you.
feet, and let's go.
Let's back at it. Pitter patter, let's get at her.
And Kess,
It's
do
coming at
you
me
have
again.
anything? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have anything that you want to do here?
I want to try and get between it and the wall and try and get it to hit the wall again.
Which is where you already described yourself as being. So
yeah, and then I just want to try and like hopefully he backs up a little to get some good momentum.
oh, absolutely.
Maybe I even go a little bit like I would like to be in my shadow form, even though I would not like to use my power, just so that he
You're in
thinks he has
combat,
to be bigger.
Yeah.
And so I'm like fiery wings and just like come and get me, asshole. And I'm ready. I either dodge him or I don't.
Yeah. You see, like while you're reforming from your explosion, that it has retreated to the end of this like long hallway essentially of the hedge
Coward.
and
For real.
when you're like trying to taunt it, you see it is doing that like classic bull thing where it's like scraping its paws at the ground and snorting, and it just charges right at you.
Okay.
So
So
go ahead and give your dodge roll.
okay. Oh shit. I got 5 total.
It's okay. The worst thing that could happen is that you die. So
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, and you do.
Hopefully he hits the wall though too.
So, Cass, you reappear on the statue again, and you can see that your friends have already made their way into the maze.
Okay, I mean I'll fly back after them,
Mhm.
but yeah.
So, as the three of you make your way back to your bull bear friend,
Did
you
he
can
take
see
any damage from the wall?
he did not. You can see that he has crashed through this wall and is like trying to scramble back out, but seems to be a little bit stuck.
I would like to attack.
Yeah, let's attack.
You know the
Yeah.
JoJo gif, the kicking? It's just the three of us. Like, ah!
All out attack.
Yeah,
Kick him in the
Lemon-
ass.
Lemon, roll your base damage.
Base damage, robots in disguise. So that's 3 plus a terror counter.
Yeah, 3 is enough. So, yes, you are able to I guess how do you finish this thing off?
I think just by all of us kicking it at the same time, like just a really
Amazing.
hard kick.
Yeah. It
Ah!
also makes me think of Office Space with the printer.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, and now you see that there is an entry into Elysium. Your homemade hole in the wall that you have formed thanks to a giant bull bear that you then murdered immediately. And as it fades away, you are left with 9 shards and 20 coins.
Ooh,
3 shards each.
3 shards each.
And with that, with your entry into Elysium, I think that's a fantastic place for us to end this session.